Okay, this is my floor loom, one of several. It's a jack loom, and I just wanted to do this short little video to kind of show you kind of how it works. Okay, so what you do is this part here, this is the warp, and it comes back here, and you see down here it's rolled on this bar right here, and I've got cardboard wrapped around so that it's evenly spaced on there. When you just have all the strings on top of each other, they kind of fall through, and you want it nice and even. So it comes up here, it goes through these heddles, and if you can see, basically they're little wires with holes in them, and I'll move the ones away that aren't being used. There, so these all have strings in them. Now, as I move up around here, these are the shafts. The shafts lift up when you press the pedal down, and when you put your strings through the different heddle openings, like this one will lift all of these strings up, and then the next one will, let me press number 2. Yeah, we'll lift those up. The third one will lift those up, and the fourth one will lift those up. Now you can press 2 at a time and lift 2 up, or even 3 at a time. So what happens is you put your beater bar here. This beater bar, you have all your strings going through these little slots here, okay? And when you press one of the pedals up, the shaft goes up, see? And then you have your yarn or your string, and you put your string through and beat it. So I already had one going, so I'm going to put 2. Now this is a shuttle. You have to wrap your yarn around something. So I have it on the shuttle, and I'm going to go through here, and since it's got a nice wide open area, we call this the shed. It's an open shed. I'll put that through, and you see the string coming around, okay, and then I'll let it down, and then with this beater bar I'll smash that row in evenly, and then I'll press another one, and I'm going to do pedal 3 here, and I'm going to get my shuttle, and I'm going to put it through here, and you can see the string coming around. Oops, there's a little bit of a tangle in there. Oh, that's from the last one. Oh well. Then I'll let that down, and I'll beat it. Now, one of my strings broke, and you can see it's very obvious there's a string missing here. So it's going to screw up the pattern, but for demonstration purposes, I think we've kind of got the idea. As you beat all of this fabric on here, it winds up going down here, and you can see, we'll go over here. You can see it's coming. This is going to start winding on here, and I can make the warp very long. I can make it 12, 18 feet, 24 feet. you've got plenty of space to wind it up there, and as you bring it around and add your weft, that would be this, your weft, which you're going back and forth, then that would just, you keep adding, and then you would loosen up one wheel, one crank, and there's a brake pedal down here. See that? Loosen that up. And so I can actually crank this tighter, and if I need more I can loosen and crank more. Whoop. And so I can beat about this much more. Now in my studio here, there's another loom here, pretty much set up the same way. I think it's real close to the same kind of loom. And over here I have, this was a piece of rug that I warped with linen, because linen is stiff and strong, and this actually has some thickness to it. The interesting thing is when you flip it over, it's the exact opposite on the back. So it's a very nice thick kind of rug. Over here I have another example of one with a lot of different, it was tied up the same way, and I can get all of those different patterns on that weave there. Okay, I'm going to stop now and go on to something else.